When I was 13, I had 24 million followers and then 110 million after 2 years. When I turned 17, I created my first company, doing things for fun. I never had a plan. Looking back, I could have made way more money. Companies started contacting me when they saw how many followers I have. I think the most important thing to grow your assets is...
So, who are we here with?
I'm Jonas. Jonas Nagel.
Very nice to meet you, man. Tell me a little bit about yourself. How did this journey of yours start?
Sure. I myself wouldn't call me an entrepreneur, but I think that's what most people would call me. Honestly, I've been doing what I love to do all life. I started when I was 12, just doing things for fun. I never had a plan. I never had a goal or an idea. I wasn't saying, hey, I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to do this company. I want to invest here, whatever. Never. I just started doing like my hobbies. And then I think if you just follow your hobbies and your passions, you'll invest a lot of time, you'll be the best at it, and then you'll make money with it, and then the rest comes natural. Creating a company, being an entrepreneur, that's just side product.
Absolutely.
It's not what I intended to have.
Absolutely. Tell me, you mentioned you started with 12 years old. What was the first business idea that you started with?
So I always say I started with 12 because that was the first time I made something that made me a good amount of money.
Okay.
I did start a bit earlier. When I was 6, I made my first business selling cherries, like
Amazing.
a lemonade stand.
Really cool.
Made like $5 a day, which for a 6-year-old is a lot.
Of course.
And then when online shopping came, when I was 10, I thought, hey, this is great. And then in October, I always checked online what's products you could order, like books and kitchen supplies, made a catalog, gave that to my neighbors, said, you could order these things from the catalog from me. I will deliver them as Christmas gifts. But I saw it as a game. I didn't see it as a business.
Of course.
I didn't want to make a lot of money. I made it because I thought it's fun to sell things. So I made that. But then with 12, I started with social media, meme pages, funny pictures, all of that. I was quite successful with it. After 1 year, when I was 13, I had 24 million followers and then 110 million after 2 years. And that's how it all started. Until I was 13 and realized you could make a lot of money online. I always wanted to be a cop. That was always my dream, to be a police officer. So I never intended to do that business idea to make money with it.
Wow.
It, again, was a hobby. Doing these meme pages worked well, and then,
No, great. And tell me, with those meme pages that you started at 12,
Yes.
what was the most amount of revenue you made?
Looking back, I could have made way more money.
Okay.
But to be honest, until I was 18, I maybe made like 50 grand with the pages. But back
Could have
then
been
also,
way more.
if I would have kept them, I
you
sold
wanted.
most of them. That's how I made my
Okay.
revenue.
Okay, you sold
Because you couldn't monetize too well back then. I mean, this was like 2013, 2014. You didn't even have ads on Facebook. And this was mostly Facebook, not Instagram.
Wow.
This is really old school. So I sold these pages and I charged like for 1 million followers, I charged like $500. Thinking about that now, insane.
Yeah.
However, if I wouldn't have done that, I wouldn't be where I am now. I never cared about the money. I worked a lot for free because I said, hey, why do I need money? I live at home. I'm under 18. I'm a teenager. I live at home. I don't need money. I need contacts, network. Because I truly believe no matter how much money you have or what education you have, if you know the right people, that's what's going to make you succeed long term.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. No, that's great that you mentioned it, because here our channel is called the Genteel Entrepreneur,
Okay.
which is mainly entrepreneurs, but they stand on values, and this is something you mentioned, and I think that what's most important and not really seen nowadays, because a lot of people just focus on the money and they don't focus on
I think that's the big issue.
actually giving that value. So we appreciate that. When did you change your business to what you are at now?
So it all came over time, more natural. So obviously from starting, I went through a lot of different sectors, tried a lot of things from website designing, e-commerce, everything. But it always had to do with online business. Companies started contacting me. When they saw how many followers I have, I started working with them, realized working with companies can be a pain in the ass because it doesn't come as natural. It's not you sitting like me here and we talk or having dinner together. It's more like you're the contractor, do the work. I don't want that relation. I want to have fun.
Yeah.
So I said, hey, let's work with celebrities. Got to know celebrities when I was 15, 16, started managing them. And then when I turned 17, I created my first company, like my first legal entity, which still exists until today. And I scaled it over the years. But honestly, until I made money to really live of it, I was like 22. So
22.
for the first years, I lived off ramen soup and freezer pizza, to be honest. I mean, it was still my full-time job, but it wasn't really that profitable. But I didn't care, you know.
So with 17, you made your
Yeah, I founded the
big
first
change.
company. Yes.
Okay. And which company was it? What did you offer?
Social media performance marketing.
Okay.
So just getting numbers up. Not the creative part, but like you do something creative and I help you to grow. That's what I started with.
And now you mentioned you're now 26. How do you
Yes.
feel internally? Do you feel you've reached that self-fulfillment? Do you think you still have so much you want to achieve? How does it look like for you?
Well, to be honest, I don't really have... I have one huge goal, which is I want to be a billionaire with 30. I'm not going to achieve that, but that's the point. I think if you achieve your goal, you failed. Because it's like climbing a mountain. When you're at the top, what are you going to do? You can only climb down. So I put myself very high goals, like long-term life goals, like becoming a billionaire, or when I'm older, I want to have an own airline. But these are goals that aren't really, they're not smart. Like Richard Branson says, if you want to become a millionaire, start as a billionaire and create an airline. You know, I just want it out of passion. So I have these goals. I think if I only make 10% of them happen, that's already good.
Okay.
And
of course.
otherwise, I honestly just live every day as I want to live it. It sounds so cliche, but I wake up, I think about what do I want to do today, and I do that. That's honestly how I've been living and what I'm doing, and I have quite a few companies in various fields, because if I'm passionate about something, I'll follow that, I'll do it, and then I'll create a company around it to make money with it. And that's how I think you should do it. If we would, let's say, play golf now. I'm not a golf fan, but let's say we play golf and I like it.
Sure.
I would, really focus on it, and in a week I can tell you everything about golf, because I'm like super passionate.
Okay.
I would probably buy a golf school, open a golf court, whatever, because then I have my passion as work again. That's what I do all the time.
Okay.
So whatever I do all day is work, but it's never work, because whatever I'm passionate about, I just integrate it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. How many companies and which company is the one that you focus on the most right now?
So in total, it's about a dozen companies, most of them in the online marketing field. Performance marketing is where we come from. We still do that, but we also do management of personality. We do content creation, we do events, we do merchandising. Then there's other companies like one furniture company doing furniture out of airplanes, because airplanes are my big passion. There's multiple fashion brands. So it's hard to say like that. These are like the companies that I founded, but then also I invest in a lot of companies as a majority stakeholder, so I don't count them in, but those are could be anything. You know, we have a Bluetooth speaker company where I'm invested in, but also an AI learning tool.
Amazing.
So what do I focus mostly on? I have my investment entity, and with that one, I just do angel investments. I invest in people that I think are cool, not in the idea. I don't care about the idea. I care about you. Try to be the first investor, and then I do that with new ideas. So if you open a golf course, I think you're cool, I'll invest in that golf course. Or if I have the idea for a golf course, I will invest in doing that myself. So that's my job now, managing this portfolio, talking with the various managers and all these companies to see how do they run, what could we improve, where could we invest more. So yeah, I would say my profession now is being an angel investor.
Amazing.
Yeah.
If there would be one thing that you would be able to tell yourself when you were younger that maybe they would love to know, is there something that comes to your mind?
So to be honest, it's three things. First of it, being passionate and really just do what you love. Don't do what people tell you to do. You know, in society, especially where I'm from in Germany, everyone is expected to study. Everyone is expected, oh, you finished school, start with university right away. Don't do that. I mean, do it if you want it. Don't do it because you think your parents or whatever are gonna do it. Like, just do what you want to do. You could, even if you travel for 2 years or do 8 internship of 8 different things you want to do, figure it out. Like, you're super young. You could start with 40 and it doesn't matter. That's number one. Number two is really your network and the people you surround yourself with. Just because you're related to someone or because you were best friends for 10 years, you don't have to stick with them. Stick with the people that are good to you, that encourage you, motivate you, like build your social circle, because it is so true that you become like the people you are. I think that's what gave me the opportunities I have. When I started when I was 12, I spent a lot of time with older people that were like 30. Most of my friends all now are like 50 plus.
Wow.
Because they did what I was doing. And that really led me to, of course I had friends my age, but I spent most time with older people, which led me to, I've never tried alcohol till this day. I never went partying. Of course people can say I missed out, but I didn't see the need. I never came under this peer pressure because my friends were older. They told me, hey, it's unnecessary. And they really formed me. So I think your circle is what makes your mentality, and your mentality is what is the key to success, like your willpower. These are the two main things. And then I'm like, yeah, just don't overthink, don't stress. Don't put yourself golden handcuffs. I think the issue most people are unhappy is because they say, hey, I want to have a 3-room apartment. I want to have a Rolex. I want to have this car. That's fucking unnecessary. If you want all these things, you're gonna put golden handcuffs on yourself. You're gonna put yourself in a cage. You'll have to do something you might not like to achieve, to finance that, but that's not the point. Do what you love, and then the money will come by itself in a later stage, and then you can still buy the Rolex or get the apartment or whatever. That's what I've always been trying to do. Like, my fixed costs are very low. If I want something nice, I earn the money and then I pay it off immediately. I don't put it on my monthly costs because if your fixed costs are low, you're flexible. Until just 1 year ago, I was building my whole life like this, that even if I didn't want to do my companies anymore, I could close everything tomorrow, could go to a grocery store, work there half time, and still have the same standard of life because my fixed costs were low.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my free advices, I would say.
Amazing. For someone that is wants to start investing, what would you say is a good starting tip in terms of investing and managing money? I think it's important also for them.
I think the most important thing to grow your assets is money management. Not just investing, but also your spending habits. Like, overthink how you spend money. That's what I'm saying with these golden handcuffs. It doesn't mean you have to be cheap, but it means be smart with your money. Do you really need a second drink? Or could you save those $10 and invest them? So that's the one thing, money management. See, where's your money going out? Where is it coming in? Then I think before you even think about investing too much, get your cash flow up. Because like, if you get a good monthly cash flow, you'll be able to invest more. So I would focus on how do I make the most money monthly first.
So smart.
Of course, not focusing on money, focusing on what you're passionate, but that's number one. Then you have the assets to invest, and honestly, my main advice there when it comes to investing is invest in what you believe in. All investments I ever heard on other people have always failed. No matter if it was crypto, everyone told me buy it, buy it, buy it. I bought it. I didn't make money with it. Some certain stocks, people said buy it, buy it, buy it. I didn't make money with it. But the things I believed in, I bought, and they worked out. And even if they didn't work out, it was my own fault. I don't feel sad. You know, and so it's just really go with your gut and invest what A, you believe in, not what others tell you, and B, only invest what you already lost. Like, if you have 10,000 euros on your account and you need 5,000, only invest 5,000. Like, don't invest more than you are happy to lose. Like, as soon as I invest, in my head, I lost the money. And then I'm happy if I didn't lose it. So that's how you have to think. Yeah.
What would you say is one masterclass thing a lesson that you would give for somebody to know how to capture attention?
I think the main thing is, there's two main things. First of it, don't focus too much on the content itself. Like, of course, do great content, but put 50% of your energy into analyzing how do I reach people? Because if you only focus on the content, you'll have great content, but great content doesn't mean that you will go viral. And that's what I did back then. You need to figure out, like, what's the best time to post, the best day. Just try to analyze. Look at the statistics and try to analyze. It's all learning by doing. That's number one. And number two is, I always tell everyone this if they ask me for advice for social media. Ask yourself these two questions when you create a post. Why would I stop in the feed if someone scrolls? They have a millisecond scrolling for. So you need to catch them. Why should they stop? And then question number two is, why should they interact? Because what you need to get reach, to get ranked well, is engagement, likes, comments, so ever. Why would they? a lot of people forget that, and that's the most basic thing. If there's no reason for me to like, you already failed. And if there's no reason for me to stop in the feed, I won't even get to liking. So a lot of people, they do like an intro, 3 seconds. No, the person is gone. Needs to catch you, and you need to engage immediately.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
wow.
it.
That's amazing. Definitely all of them are going to thank you.
Of course.
So yeah, thank you so much for your time, Jonas, and I wish you
Have a great day.